Hi, and thank you for joining us here at PLCGurus.NET's YouTube channel. If you like this and similar type videos, please do click the subscribe button. Also, if you do find this video useful, please click the like button below. And just a quick plug for our blog site. You can visit us at www.plcgurus.net. I'll include a link here to the blog site where you'll find a community of people or members just like you who are, well, number one, have a passion for industrial automation and control systems, and who want to share some of their experiences, problems, and solutions. Okay, so let's get going. So today what we want to do is configure RSLinx to communicate via its Ethernet driver to a ControlLogix PLC or CPU that resides in the local chassis I have here set up in the lab. So to do that, the first thing you want to check and make sure is that your network interface card is currently configured on the same network as the PLC or Ethernet bridge to which you're trying to connect. So to do that, you're going to go over to the Windows Start orb here. You want to go to Control Panel, and you want to go to Network and Sharing Center. So I'm going to click that, and you're going to want to go over to your adapter settings. So you can see here I have two network interface cards on this computer. I happen to know that this local area connection 2 is the interface that's connected to the network in which my PLC is also connected. So you want to go ahead and double click on this. You want to click Properties, and then you want to select the Internet Protocol version 4 option here and click on Properties once again. So most likely, if you haven't gone in and done this yet, this is the dialog. Your dialog is going to look exactly like this. So the first thing you want to do is you want to deselect Obtain an IP address automatically by selecting Use the following IP address. So we are going to statically or hard code in an IP address for our computer that's on the same network as the PLC to which we're trying to connect. So my PLC happens to be on, or in this case an Ethernet bridge, happens to be on 192.168.1.10. So the real thing you have to be mindful of here is to make sure that you give your computer a unique IP address, meaning no other device on this network would have this IP address. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a 200 because I know it's not used. And when I click in here, it identifies the Class C private address and assigns the appropriate subnet mask. Now, subnetting and masking, it's a little outside the scope of this video, but sufficient to say we can leave it at the 255.255.255.0. So you're going to click OK, you're going to click Close, you're going to click Close again, and we can get out of here. So I'm going to go ahead and go over to RSLinx and launch it. So if you haven't downloaded or installed RSLinx yet, it's a free download from the Rockwell Automation website. So here we go. So you have a blank slate here essentially. So the first thing you want to do is go up to Communications and Configure Drivers. So from the available driver types, you're going to choose the drop-down list here, and you can see that we have two Ethernet type drivers here. We have an Ethernet devices driver and an Ethernet IP driver. So there are some differences, and if you're connecting to legacy type controllers, for instance the SLC family of controllers, PLC 5 that supports Ethernet, you're going to want to use the Ethernet devices driver because those particular controllers don't support the new Ethernet IP protocol. Of course, ControlLogix does also support this, so you're always safe picking this one. But I think we'll do both. We'll cover both just so you can see what the differences actually are. Okay, so I'm going to click Add New, and it comes up with a default driver name. Now, I do recommend that you change this name, especially if you're in a larger facility where you have many cells, many controllers within cells. This is a nice way to kind of encapsulate and organize all your different controllers under nice, meaningful driver names. But I'm going to leave it at the default for now. And with this type of driver, it requires that you actually hard code in the IP address of the controller to which you're trying to connect. And like I said before, I'm actually trying to connect on to this IP address, so I'm going to click Add New. I'm going to apply that and click OK and go to close. So now you can see that AB_Ethernet1 driver was added to my driver tree here. And if I select it, or just by highlighting it, you can see now it's starting to browse on that driver looking for those devices. In fact, you can see it's actually found something. And so I know it's browsing, number one, because I have the auto browse checkbox checked. And you can see that it's doing this little windowing here. So I know it's out there browsing. So if I expand that, I can drill through. And like I said, we are communicating to the controller via this Ethernet bridge module. So naturally, it's the first device we're going to hit in this tree. Now we're at the backplane, so I want to drill through that backplane. And you can see here now I have access to everything that's connected to this backplane, which in this case happens to be only the CPU, which is in slot 0, and the Ethernet bridge module itself, which I'm connecting. Okay, so that's the Ethernet devices driver. So let's go ahead and configure the Ethernet IP driver, just so you can see what the difference is. Okay, so I'm going to, same workflow here, I'm going to click Add New. And again, recommending changing this, but for now, we'll leave it at the default. And now it's asking me, okay, which network interface card do you want to go out and scan the network on? So remember, I had two NICs set up on this computer. One of them is configured with a .10.108 address. The other one has the .1.200 address. So which one do you think we need to pick? Well, of course, we want to be on the same network as our PLC, and our PLC is on the 192.168.1 network. So we want to choose this one. Good. I'm going to click Apply, I'm going to click OK, and I'm going to close it. So with this driver, notice that we don't have to go out or go in and enter an IP address manually. It's going to use that interface card that we just configured and go out and see everything that's currently connected on that network. So you can see here it's automatically found the PLC. And there we have it. Okay, so I think that wraps it up. So I hope you found this video informative, and please remember to subscribe to our channel. Click the like button if you found this video useful. And please do head on over to our blog site and become a member in our community. Thank you so much for watching.